Hey there, welcome back. This is Lisa from Own the Day Planner. In this video, I want to give you a heads up as to how I do my weekly planning with strictly daily. So I do day on 2 pages. And so in this video, you're going to get a sense of how I work with themes and with stickers that I design and create myself. So if you want to see how I plan functionally, but here's the part where I'll do a little bit of decoration using stickers, a little bit different from my other videos, then keep watching. Okay, so obviously the first step that I'll do to make this a little bit easier is I'll remove all my daily inserts from my planner, and then I'll flip to my monthly view. This is the only other kind of insert I use in this system. So what you see me doing here is I'm just writing in based on whatever appointments I know that I have, or recurring things or time blocks. Ironically, for my first plan with me for an entire week here, I've chosen the week of the 22nd of June, which is actually very much a quiet week. Typically, I'll have a lot more appointments in my schedule. So what I'm doing is just kind of going in and putting in some recurring things. This will obviously change, and these daily schedule sheets are going to get filled up at some point. But right now, I'm just kind of checking in my phone to make sure I didn't forget anything. And now it's kind of time to decide what stickers I want to use. And so I'm just flipping through some of my own designs here, and I'm kind of getting a feel for what I might want to do. I like to work in themes, so every day will have a different theme. And so I'm just kind of pulling from my stash of DIY stickers that I've done. And then I've decided to go with these Ideology from Tom Holtz as well. What I'm doing here is just using a really basic craft knife because I don't own a sticker cutting machine. I do have a couple of other cutting tools, but this is really just the basics, and I'm just kind of going around a couple of watercolor spots that I designed and printed out and I love. And one of the things I love to do is just kind of cut them in half and kind of have like these ink spots or paint spots just kind of coming out of the page. So that's kind of what you see me doing here. Just trying to figure out how I want to place them, and I kind of went with these blue and kind of aqua teal hues for the first day of the week, which is Monday the 22nd. And I'm kind of just resizing some of these paint splotches, watercolor. And then I thought I would go in and use some of the Carpe Diem botanical pastel things. And I'm thinking, oh, I can put a little box here and then maybe have a message in there. So that could be a to-do box, but I thought it would just look cute decoratively, and I put a little saying there, creativity takes courage. So I'm kind of wrapping up with this one, but then I realized, oh, I like the layering look, so I go in and I put in another one, just breathe, and then here I have another one that says something to do with creativity. And now we're on Tuesday. The week is rolling by. And here I pulled from my stickers that I designed myself a mix of the watercolors as well as the Lavender Dreams collection. This is something that I've been working on for a while. And I love lavender and coffee. So I kind of found a way to combine those two. You can see with the right hand bottom page corner cover there. So just kind of placing these little simple design for Tuesday. Nothing too fancy, but just to dress it up a little bit. And like I said, my right-hand page, which is my schedule page, will get enormously filled up as I get closer to this date. This is just kind of the pre-planning phase. I plugged in a couple of things, but typically you'll see that whole thing filled out. I'm very much a daily planner, so I really work with, time blocking, and I really write down everything from personal to work to appointments to calls. Here I'm using that layering look again with the Tom Holtz word stickers, and just adding in a little bit more of the watercolor designs that I did myself and printed out on sticker paper. And so we're kind of wrapping up with Tuesday, and now it's time to move on to Wednesday. So Wednesday I decided I want to go for a floral, but I thought, hey, let's go with some minimalistic monochromatic type look. So instead of doing sort of the colorful pastel florals, I'm working with sort of the simple monochromatic floral stickers in this sticker pack from Carpe Diem. And so again, very, very simple, but just something to dress it up. So every single day I have a different theme and it doesn't get boring. I'm kind of creating themes. So if there's 7 days in a week, you'll typically see me have sort of 7 themes in my daily planner decor. Again, these are empty right now because it's kind of like before the pen, although as you see, I penciled in a few things. But I'm just kind of trying to dress it up so that I have a nice little surprise every time. Again, I'm using this layering technique. I went with the black background ones, same sticker pack. Now for Thursday, I think here I wanted to go for a little bit more of the pastel vintage florals. I'm really into that. So I'm pulling from that same Carpe Diem Botanicals. And then I just decided to go back to a little bit of the monochromatic there. I pulled some little pieces off, and I usually reuse those little pieces when I cut off for the edge of the paper. And you can see me just trying to figure out where I'm putting them. I really like to have things look like they're flying off the page or coming out of the page. It's a technique I use a lot, especially because I don't like to waste beautiful stickers. So if I cut a flower or something in half, I'll certainly find a place to put it. So case in point, here I just cut a flower sticker in half and using the straight edge to kind of make it look like it's coming out of the page. And so that one sticker kind of made for 2. And I'm just fixing a crooked sticker because it was bothering me. I don't know if you do that too. Let me know in the comments below. And here I'm kind of using some stickers from my Color Me Floral collection that I've created. And so I've taken a square that was normally meant for like a calendar square, and I've actually just cut it diagonally down the middle, and it kind of makes for like a corner page cover. And I'm using some of the vintage inspired butterfly designs that I did and sort of printed on sticker paper. And here I'm just trimming them, kind of making and reusing that little wing in 2 different spots. And because I forgot to kiss cut these, even by hand, you see me kind of doing them in scissors. Thank goodness this is sped up for you. But I ended up having to just use scissors because I was getting lazy and didn't feel like pulling out the blade. So, but it doesn't show too much given that the inserts are white anyway. So I still think it looks cute. And here is sort of like washi type tape, but these are stickers that I created to kind of just use how I see fit in my planner. And then I thought it would look cute if I kind of covered the holes and then repunched the holes with these little butterflies and sort of lavender background. So that's what I'm doing here, and I had to resize it. And then because I'm covering the holes, I'm gonna have to grab my hole puncher and just go in and repunch. And this didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. Got a little messy. I'm also using really thin paper here. These are just prototypes for the Own the Day A5, so they were on regular copy paper. Yay! I'm on Saturday already, and I'm using some little pieces from the Coffee is Life collection that I designed, and these are actually glossy, which is fun. So it's the only day in this weekly spread that has glossies, and off camera I just cut a few from that. I think it was sheet A of the Coffee is Life, and just kind of figuring out where I want to place them and using a little bit of layering technique again here. Stronger than yesterday. I thought that was cute with coffee beans, right? I like a strong coffee. We have iced coffee there, and I think I even have another little iced coffee sticker somewhere else that I'm using. Oh, there it is. And I decided to put it there. So I'm just kind of playing around with the layout. Adventure awaits you. I used some black background from the Tom Holtz booklet again. And so this is just a really simple, cute one. I love coffee themed spreads. So there we go for my Saturday. Just adding a few more little beans there, trimming off the excess, and then placing those beans again coming out of the page. And I ended up putting them at the bottom there. Now I'm kind of doing a mishmash. So for the Sunday spread, I'm going with my leftovers from one of the Lavender Dreams sheets. And then we've got Vintage Butterfly. So I'm kind of just going to my leftovers here. And this is sheet A from the Color Me Floral, where there's some washies and sort of vintage pastel type flowers in there. So I figured I'll just use all of these leftovers to kind of do a mishmash. So off camera, I cut them and I'll bring back in the Tom Holtz booklet. And so I'm kind of just deciding where I want to place things. And I decided to start with this really cute whimsical one from the Vintage Butterflies sheet A, I think. And so I decided to put it there as the form really, the wavy kind of form looked good there. And then I'm figuring out, okay, well, I'll use these page corners on opposite ends, which I think is nice. And the color schemes kind of all go together, these sort of lavender, grays, pastels, and then we have these vibrant butterflies. So I'm kind of combining lavender dreams, vintage floral, and vintage butterflies, and just kind of making those butterflies seem like they're flying onto the page, which I love. I really love that look, and then reusing that bit of wing on the other side. So nothing ever gets wasted. And true to form, this little flower, I decide I'm gonna eventually cut it in half, I think. Then I decided to use the full one there. And here I am looking at using some of the vintage butterflies washi, using half that flower in 2 different spots. I just love the idea of not wasting anything and just kind of getting that look that I like. And we've taken care of that, trimming some excess. And here, I thought it would be cool to have the butterfly right in the middle of the page and just be separated by the rings, but then I realized I think it's a Sunday, so I really don't need all that space for the schedule. I'm layering a little bit of wording on top there, and I'm almost done just kind of wrapping up Sunday's look, adding a little bit more. I felt like the left-hand side needed "You can do anything, but not everything." How true is that? And that's actually kind of the backbone of the Own the Day productivity planner system, is all about focus. And I will get more into that in a future video. So there we have it. And here's just a little flip through as a recap of the different days and different themes. Tuesday, lavender dreams. Wednesday, we have sort of that monochromatic, and so on and so forth. So guys, I hope you thought this was fun and interesting to kind of see how I will decorate a week. Even though I'm more of a functional planner, I'm getting into decoration. So if you like these kind of videos, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and give it a big old like. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. I typically upload planner related videos, crafting, DIYs, especially planner stuff. So I would love to see you on my next planning adventure. A little flip through for you here. And remember, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. See you in the next adventure. Bye for now.